goes, looking onto the left wing, gives it off to Stevenson, driving the lane, stops. Leaner up and good, and Alabama has the 2-0 advantage.
Great.
We'll take it. 11:20 and moving. Time left in the half. Bama on top, 28-14. Jarin Stevenson back in the game, driving to the rack and ripping it down. Takes it to the right side of the floor, hands it off to Stevenson. Cut off at the elbow. They're going to call a block on
For Alabama. Would be proud of.
Here comes Banks driving in, loses it on the way up, tipped by Diabate, the 5 on the 4 for Alabama. Marsh stops on the left baseline, kicks it out to Thompson, trying to back his way into the paint. May have gotten away with a walk, didn't matter. It got swatted away by Stevenson. Bama coming the other way. Holloway stops, working off of a screen, gets downhill to the rim, lays it up and in off the glass. In the corner to Stevenson. Jarin getting into the lane, stops, looks, steps through, little jump, got it to go. Bama's lead is cut to 78-47. Holloway working to the elbow, now into the paint, fires it into the corner, around the horn. Bama works it. Diabate for 3, wide open, makes the hard work pay off. Holloway cut off by Marsh, now will drive, stops, looks, gives it off to Stevenson, plays through contact, gets into the lane, shot wouldn't go, but he's fouled. Jarin Stevenson graduated early and thankfully got out of Chapel Hill. And
With 4.5 minutes to play.
Driving Marsh, puts up the floater in the lane, no good. Rebound snatched out of the air by Stevenson. Here comes Jarin the other way. Going down the lane, had it stripped, hit the deck. There's a reach and a foul is going to be.
3 McDonald's All-Americans on the floor right now for Alabama.
Tide comes the other way with 90 seconds to go. Stevenson to Reed. Deep 3, bottom.
Preseason Player of the Year in the Sun Belt. Over 1,000 points for him at Louisiana. Here's Darian Ford leaving that just short. Crimson Tide with Stevenson. Come the three-pointer. Red Wolves. A slow start from beyond the three-point line. That one no good for Reitzel, but there is Stevenson with the O board. Top of the key. Fire on. Darian Ford keeps the possession alive. Terrence Ford's pass stolen away by Reitzel. Rebound. Chance to build on a 7-point Alabama lead. Stevenson the rebound. And one! Jarin Stevenson!
And that's what you do if you're Jarin Stevenson. And we are underway from the home of the Tide, Coleman Coliseum. Omori will hand it off to Stevenson. Backdoor look is to Nelson. He throws it home, and a great start for Alabama. Back out to Nelson, top of the arc. Grant with a couple of dribbles and a handoff to Stevenson. Jarin on the drive, gives it back to Nelson in the paint, got fouled. 3, instead will back it out. He'll play to his right, gives it off to Cliff, gets a return feed. Holloway fakes a pass, now goes inside, layup, good for 2 on a great feed, and finished by Jarin Stevenson. And ball's batted around and picked up, and running out with it, the Cowboys. Breed in the open floor, puts it up, swatted away by the trailer Stevenson. Bama, a nice job of getting back defensively. McNeese will have the ball, though, with 8:15 to go in the first half.
Yeah, nice job with their team transition defense. It was Latrell Reitzel stopping the ball, allowing Jarin Stevenson to come in late and block the shot into a man, and Alabama has settled for some deep contested threes against it.
Great feed inside, the cut by Nelson, the look from Jarin Stevenson. Art no good by Richards. And the rebound controlled by Bama. Reed to Stevenson in the corner. Jarin feeds it off to Sears. Left alone, 3, and he knocks it home once again. Anticipating the shot being taken. Now Reitzel feeds it in the corner to Reed. He'll go baseline, plays through some contact, but the ball's batted around, and Stevenson fighting for the loose ball, gets there first. 8-point Bama lead.
Stevenson is a good shooter who has struggled from the free throw line. Below 50% this year.
Stevenson, a great deflection and steal, gives it up to Nelson. And
a great block out by LeBaron Philon. Talk about the freshman just doing the fundamental things, kind of a veteran type play as the guard blocks out.
Great backdoor look from Nelson to Stevenson. An incredible catch in traffic. He lays it in for 2. And
that was a key miss, but Alabama not able to capitalize after getting the offensive rebound.
10-point Bama advantage. Parker with it at the elbow. Omori came out to defend him. He picks it up, pivots, needs help, just beats the 5-second count, getting it to Shoemate. Shoemate on the drive underneath, got caught in the air, deflected and stolen. Jarin Stevenson.
I like Stevenson, the way he moves his feet. And you said it, he is absolutely enormous, but he can guard guards. Kaufman Wren.
And a rebound, Mohamed Diabate, he'll go ahead. Sears. Philo. Stevenson. Omori came up with it. 3 more. The freshman Philon stays high.
The blockout for Purdue was almost too good. No one goes and pursues the basketball.
Alabama with an early 4-point lead. Both teams shooting over 60% from the floor. Aiden Sherrill is into the game for the first time for Bama. Here's a corner 3 again. This one belongs to Aiden Holloway. Robinson went for 20 and 7 in the comfortable win against Lipscomb last night at Rupp. Stevenson inside. Philon with the rebound. He's off to a great start with Colin Sexton. Those points and assists for a freshman, and give him an assist on the Stevenson run out.
These days, if you're going to rise up to the next level, and really well done by Riley to do it.
Philon into the corner. A share and a high percentage look.
Again, it's all about the paint touch for Alabama
And the lead. Philon. Wow, to Nelson, who finishes it up.
How about +1 turnover per assist ratio? On the out of bounds, got a big block underneath by Tugler, but Alabama able to finally score one.
And Tugler
Goes through all the motions with him. Lamika, we saw it in the tournament last year. Here's Philon. Philon comes up short. Another offensive board, but it's going to stay here. Foul on Houston. Looked like he lost the grip on his way up. Sears now steps into a 3. The lefty knocks it down. And that is the Mark Sears we're accustomed to. First points of the second half. Cougars back in front. It's been a back and forth game. Philon running into Duzan. Around the horn it goes. 8 to shoot. Stevenson hangs and is whacked. Nelson walking to the scorer's table. Picks up his dribble. Malik Wilson. Left-handed drive. Cryer passes up a 3. There's that little floater. In and out. Wilson board. Oh, blocked from behind. Diabate. Reitzel. Cross court. Ball's popping. Reitzel fires. Down it goes. Luttrell. Latree. Timeout. Guarded by Durkak. Holloway just puts one up. No good. The follow not there. And it is going to be Philon who gets the extra chance. Substitutions early here for Nate Oates. Darian Reed pulls it and cashes it in.
And Reed has that three-point ability, but Philon made that play. A little dribble penetration, setting up that three-point shot.
Has scored at least 20 points in 5 of them. And a career-high 36 last night. Stevenson back on the floor. And here goes Sears. Omori. And that was touched by some. Sears all kind of dribbling here in traffic. In the corner, Stevenson. There's your call, Allie. Stevenson gets this. Durkak. Harper at the controls. Putting size on him, and now a steal. There's Diabate. Diabate drives, crosses. Diabate is clipped. And that's going to be number 5 on Williams. And we're utilizing that with Bailey. Alabama. Nelson with the kick into the corner. It goes, and a 3-pointer is down for Jarin Stevenson. Up tonight here in Vegas. Alabama favored by double digits. Here's Bailey, gets to his spot, in and out, and that's going to be a foul. And Stevenson Knight. And this one is going down to Darian Reed. Missed it. Durkak battling for it, ball's up, and it is Stevenson who clears the board. Alabama. Calm credit. They locked down Alabama and made a comeback. But now 12 Bama right now, and Bamba missed it. Little battling for it.
Oh, now, you know, he had it in braids, and now he's letting it go. It's paying off.
I feel like you could draw more fouls with the hair out, too. It's
kind of like Fletch, you know, back they're getting whatever they want on offense, and it's really multiple people contributing. Angel.
Oregon, the biggest lead, 10. Now they're up 8. Alabama, 3-ball from Stevenson. Tell you what, he just stuck with it, Grant. He missed his first 18 3-pointers of the year. He's made 3 in a row since. Of this Players Era Tournament in Vegas. Baseline jumper missed by Tracy. Bama a chance to whittle it down even more. Sears on the attack. Kick baseline. Stevenson, he's got another one. Media guy doesn't lie.
I'll tell you what, hard work pays off. Trust your work. Stevenson on fire from 3 these last 2 games.
Timeout, Dana Altman. Could not buy a 3-pointer through the first 5 games of the year. And now he can't miss the last 2.
Well, that was Sears pushing it, getting 4 people to get in the corner. And this offensive attack can get.
He will sit with the 4 fouls. Now a 3, Stevenson. Guy can't miss. He's making up for lost time. We are tied at 61 as Jarin Stevenson is lighting the lamp here. Sears with 4 ducks back. Sears probing.
Good pass.
And he leaves it. It is blocked. No, it's a foul. January 4th. They're in an incredible run of games here. And then they got Creighton Saturday. I mean, this is as tough of a stretch of a schedule as you could pick. His pocket in transition. Shelstad, no! Oh, count the basket.
That looked clean right there. I'm sorry.
Fits from the heels as Sears will drive. Gets into the paint, fires it over into the corner. Phylon, catch and shoot 3, too strong. Ball batted in the air. Fought for, claimed by the heels initially, and then knocked out of bounds. They say by the Crimson Tide, the Goldsboro, North Carolina native, to make it a 23-16 game. Bama the other way. Phylon weaving through traffic. Kicks it over to Millett. Around to Sears and now to Stevenson. He'll drive, cut off. Kicks it in the corner. Millett, catch and shoot 3, bottom. And Houston Millett, his first points in an Alabama uniform. Makes it a 26-16 game and then gets back. Gets a deflection on the pass attempt. Ball goes out of bounds, touched last by the Crimson Tide.
Nice offense by Alabama getting the lane. I believe it was Jarin Stevenson who drove the lane. Houston Millett was in the corner all by himself. And
off to Phylon, swings it over to Stevenson. Jarin on the drive, fires it back out to Sears. All alone, 4-3, halfway down it popped out. Ball tipped high in the air. Nelson saves it to Sears, drives in, lays it up, hit the bottom of the rim, but he's fouled. Clock down to 10. Phylon working against Davis at 8. At 7, over to Stevenson. Steps into a 3, bottom. Well, you just sensed he had some momentum right there.
potentially for North Carolina.
They can't get it to go. The rebound fought for. Scramble on the deck. Stevenson down there. Had it initially. Now does save it to Nelson. Great play. Now works it ahead to Phylon. LeBaron on the drive. Stops on the dime. Kicks it back out. Jarin, 3-ball, bottom. Jarin Stevenson. A couple of bank first 3-pointers in this half. And the Chapel Hill native hurting his hometown team.
He's got to do a better job in transition defense as a team.
11-point Bama lead. Cadeau driving. Got away with a push off. And then Nelson blocks it. Picked up by Phylon in transition. And he's the layup that time for Trimble to make it a 13-point game. Bama with Sears tied up. Gives it off to Stevenson. Jarin picks it up. Fires it over to Phylon. LeBaron on the drive. Goes to the lane. Tough shot. Left hand. Counted. And he is fouled. LeBaron Phylon hung in the air. Laid it in off the glass. And the Tide builds its lead back to 15.
There are NBA scouts in the building here at the Deem Dome. We were sitting next to one of them from the Los Angeles Clippers, our buddy Orlando Early. And there are a lot of good players and a lot of guys that are going to be playing in the NBA. But we're looking at one that just finished at the rim. LeBaron Phylon, one of the best freshmen in college basketball.
Get hot from deep.
Near side with it is Neal, looking down low to Kalkbrenner.
Posting up on Sherrill, faces the basket, now spins, lost the handle, taken away by Stevenson, flips it ahead, Philon, steps through, lays it up and in. What a move by LeBaron Philon, and Bama leads it by a score of 9-5. They go to Kalkbrenner, posting up on Sherrill, who's checked back in, trying to back his way down, flips it out to Neal, top of the arc. 8 to shoot as Neal drives right against Stevenson. Pump fake, shot up, no good. Knicks is as close as they have been in this second half. And that's where it is now. Sears trying to answer, and he does. A huge bank first three, Mark Sears. He leads everybody with 23, and with 2:22 to go, Bama leads it again by 9.
Second chance opportunity for Alabama, comes up begging. Stevenson, though, able to run down the miss from Nelson. Here is Sears, the long three for the lefty, in and outs. Stevenson, another 0 rebounds.
To the near wing. Driving will be Maillard, loses the handle. Millette goes to the deck to save it for Bama to Nelson, who flips it ahead. Stevenson. Jarin on the drive, going downhill, kicks it into the corner. Sears. He'll drive into the paint, puts up the sweeping hook with the left hand, got it to go. Hey, Bama's back to within 1.
To create space, Nate Oates talking to the official right now.
Sears to Stevenson, near side three, bottom. Good to see Jarin Stevenson start the half off with his first points, a bank first three. Oh, who's to argue? Bama to inbound it. They get it to Sears, working underneath the basket. Inside, Stevenson lays it up, no, but he got fouled. And now Jarin will shoot 2.
And Stevenson tried to throw it down, got fouled, almost a three-point play, but
Hill, 6'11", 215 pounds. That's Darion's 5th board. Sears, deep three, too strong. And the rebound saved by Stevenson. Hands it off to Philon. LeBaron off a screen from Jarin. Gives it off now to Sears. Trying to go downhill, kicks it over to Philon. Splitting defenders, drives in, high off the window, got it to drop.
Good ball movement. And LeBaron Philon in attack mode, knocks down the floater.
Medley with the basketball, playing off of a screen briefly, brings it out high, now directing traffic. Gives it off to Sullinger. He'll drive into the paint, plays through some contact. Feeds it onto the wing, a little runner is up, no good on the part of Barnett. And here comes Bama the other way. Youngblood fires a pass, gets a return feed, tries a three and knocks it down. The assist from Jarin Stevenson and a bank first three-pointer as Bama leads by 17. Philon will inbound it for the Crimson Tide. Gets a return feed from Stevenson after the inbounds. Now to Holloway. Back to Stevenson, right corner. Goes baseline, got cut off. Trying to back his way down. Gets into the paint, steps through. Shot wouldn't go, but it'll go to the line.
Reclassified. He drives the lane to catch it in the low post.
Philon, catch and shoot, right of the circle three, no good. Rebound inside. Stevenson had his layup attempt blocked from a pass into the corner. Philon spots up three, in and out, no good. Rebound fought for. Amori had it. And the Tide is indeed cashing in, up 20 with 7:53 to go first half.
And Alabama with their 7th offensive rebound of the first half.
And traveling violation on Larson as Jarin Stevenson does a great job defensively in the backcourt. Nelson, Diabate, and Stevenson in the front court for the Tide. Stevenson takes it top of the key, feeds it off in the corner. Holloway three, and he's red, smoking hot. Holloway with a dozen, and Alabama leads it 40-17. Circles away from Nelson. Seiler now getting it into the paint, shows the ball right, spins, lays it up, missed it. Ball tipped though into the hands of Clough. Driving in, Moore's blocked from behind by Stevenson, and Bama will run the other way. Here's Sears in transition, kicks in the corner to Holloway, spins away from a defender. Teardrop is good. Bounds, going to Nelson, fires it over to Stevenson, who drives in, lays it up and in for 2. Boy, Bama got the mismatch they wanted. Couple of screens. Back to Nelson, left alone, spots up, 3, no good. Rebound claimed by Stevenson. Jarin in the lane, spins, shoots and scores with the left hand to tie it at 2.
And that's what we need to see more of Jarin Stevenson, getting on the offensive glass, using his added strength and muscle around the basket.
Work it to the elbow with fear, steps back now, shoots a 3, misses, rebounding inside. Godwin, blocked from behind by Bama. It was Stevenson getting the block. Now
Chris Youngblood in the corner, no hesitation, lets it fly, knocks down another 3 for Bama.
Miles spins, kicks it back out, right side to Fears. Fears down the lane, shot attempt blocked by Stevenson.
Game of the season. and Alabama has taken it to him.
Sooners get 1 of 2, and then Bama gets a 3 on the other end. Another bank first three-pointer. This time Jarin Stevenson gets it to go, and Bama leads it 93-66. Bates gets inside the paint, kicks it out. Youngblood fakes a 3. He'll drive, looks down low. Stevenson pump fake shot, got it to go. Our wing still directing traffic. Mark throws it down low. Stevenson to catch, and the one-handed jam.
Great play by Jarin Stevenson, and the double-double from Mark Sears. 22 points and now 10 assists.
Scramble. Stevenson, back it goes to Nelson now for 3, no good. Rebound Stevenson for Alabama in the corner to Philon as Bama gets a reset to 20. Stevenson to Philon in the corner, rises from the wing, 3, count it, and he is fouled. A chance for a 4-point play when we come back to Columbia. Gives it outside to Sears, who goes left. Bounce pass inside. Stevenson had it knocked away, and a whistle and a foul on the Gamecocks. First 15 minutes, I kind of understand, as Stevenson hits the first of 2. Murray Boyles with the basketball, dribbles to his right, picks it up, and nearly turned it over, but picking it up will be Davis. Drives in, shoots with the left hand, misses. Here comes Bama the other way. Philon going 1 against 3, kicks it to Youngblood on the wing. Chris back to LeBaron. He'll go baseline. He gets cut off, hesitates, go underneath, puts it up with left hand, count it, and he's fouled. The changing of hands in midair is what allowed LeBaron Philon to get that one off the window and earn a trip to the free throw line. The Diabate stopping on the wing, giving it off to Stevenson. Ball tipped out to Diabate again. Mo working against the defender right. Mo going to his left, going down lane, kicks it in the corner. Stevenson, 1 more. Youngblood for 3. Here comes the Tide front court with it. Philon looking right side. Sears catch and shoot 3, bottom. So pretty defensively for South Carolina, and the Tide makes some pay.
Grant Nelson's had 2 at point-blank range that he's missed here in the early going. Not that one. Beautiful pass from Cliff Amore, and Grant Nelson with the easy throwdown.
Gamecocks work it inside. They'll lay it in off the glass for 2. Thomas able to get it to drop as the teams are swapping basket. The lead's back down to 15 again. Sears with the basketball, working to his left, cut off and taken away by right. They'll throw it ahead now to Thomas. 1 man trailing him. He drives in, blocked from behind by Stevenson. And then a foul is going to be whistled on Jarin. Bounded by Nelson. Outlet pass goes to Sears with under 5 minutes to play, and Bama leading it by 16. Mark, nice pass on the step through. Lay in, good for 2 by Stevenson, and an and 1 opportunity upcoming. Texas A&M will walk it ahead. They bring it front court to our right. Phelps playing off the screen from Coleman. Drives midway through and throws it away. Stolen by Philon. LeBaron to the rack, lays it up, no, rebounded. Then the shot attempt blocked, and a foul's going to be whistled on Texas A&M. A great job following the play by Jarin Stevenson. Got the rebound, put it up, had it knocked away, but then they call the foul on the floor. Into the low block to Washington. He will back underneath the basket. Stops, loses the handle, and picked up by Stevenson. Here comes Bama, then a foul right on the midcourt stripe.
Bama's going to have to go quick with 11 on the shot clock.
Inbound goes to Nelson. Backdoor cut. Stevenson lays it up. No. Rebound. By Alabama, but a foul was called on the shot attempt.
Putback, that'll be Jarin at the line having to earn him.
It was Manny Obaseki guilty of that last one. Both Philon to his right, gives it off to Sears, now in the corner to Stevenson. Inside, Big Cliff throws it down.
It looked like he took off from about the free throw line. Beautiful pass from Jarin Stevenson. Cliff.
Obaseki with the dribble to the elbow, spinning in the paint, puts it up, had it blocked. Ball scrambled for, picked up by Omori, and Clifford will throw the outlet pass to Sears. Alabama runs the other way. Nelson trying to work away from Hefner, gets it to Sears. Mark now on the drive, steps through, whips a pass in the corner, Philon. Stevenson catch and shoot 3, bottom. Great ball movement by the Tide. A bank first 3-pointer. Oops. Between the legs with the dribble a couple of times. Goes left. Throws a bounce pass. It's batted away and picked up by Stevenson. Throws it ahead to Diabate. Mo spinning away from traffic. Had it knocked away. He thought he got fouled. No call. Again, they drive in. Stevenson, a great block in transition, will give possession back to A&M when we return to College Station. 35-32. Bama with the ball and still with the lead. Sears with it, giving it off to Diabate. No, dribbles right, hands it off to Youngblood. Back out to Mark. between the circles. Sears downhill, gets to the rim, lays it up and in after a nice seal screen set by Jarin Stevenson. Into the lane, swings it over Holloway, 3-ball short. Rebound tipped into the hands of Nelson. Grant to Sears, all alone, 3 short. Rebound tipped again, and a foul's going to be called on Texas A&M. 52-44 lead. We're 1 minute into this second half as the Aggies drive underneath the basket. Phelps circling back, cut off nicely by Stevenson. Backing his way down is Phelps, spinning, stopping, shooting short. Rebound, fought for. Nelson claims it. Ahead now to Phylon. Phylon driving to the rim, off the window and in for 2. Bama by 10, matching their biggest lead of the night.
Great defense by Jarin Stevenson. Forced a difficult shot. Alabama able to get out in the break. It was a board, rushed it a little short with it, then picks up the foul.
Phelps on the drive, gets to the elbow, gets into the paint. Fall away leaner, no good. Rebound snatched out of the air by Stevenson. Hands it off to Phylon. LeBaron in transition. Works right side, gets into the paint, kicks it out. Nelson drives the baseline and throws it home by the Tide.
I thought that was a good pass by Phylon, but Grant Nelson not able to hold on to it.
Phelps on the drive, and Stevenson another block shot. Boy, Brian, he has really been aggressive and active on the defensive end. It off to Sears. Mark working right of the circle. Sears stops. Goes right, goes left, goes right, goes down the lane. Hands it off. Stevenson puts it up, no good, but he's fouled. Second try is up. That one is good. Phelps couldn't get it to go, and Bama claims the miss. Stevenson backing his way down against Hefner. Stepping back beyond the arc, gives it off Youngblood. Chris looking, goes to his left, cut off. Drives right, now left, now hands it off to Sears. He says, y'all get out of the way. 10, 9 on the shot clock. 7, 6, Sears in the lane at 5. Out to Youngblood. Thought about a 3. Back to Sears. Lets it fly. Too strong. Rebound tip, no. Youngblood. Stevenson with the rebound. Out to Sears. Tries it again. In and out, no good. Rebound claimed by Phylon. Sears again. Bottoms. Huge bank first 3 on a third chance opportunity.
Well, it's A&M, the #1 offensive rebounding team.
Yeah, and it can't just be a stagnant switch, watch somebody go to work. It's got to be within the motion of the offense.
Stevenson downhill, and he's fouled by Barnes on it.
It's those blue-collar, hard hat, and he's won the last 2 turnaround. I'm sure that has a little bit of effect, even though I'm sure Chris Jans isn't buying it.
Nelson with a beautiful pass over the top to cutting Jarin Stevenson. We've got Padula wants Dia. Nelson's draped all over him. Padula has a strip by Sears. A Bama takeaway. Youngblood, what a pass! Stevenson after Youngblood threaded the needle.
And they will grind this thing out, go late in the clock. You must try to find a way to get stops and scores and get your home crowd into it. Right now, there has not been the home crowd advantage Alabama would like to have, given the inefficiency on offense.
Here's Holloway driving on Morrell. Hammered into the corner. Big time corner 3. Jarin Stevenson back.
Now, Alabama's second of the game, and the Tide leads it now 8-7 with 17:54. Check that, 16:54 and moving left in the opening half.
Alabama gets their first stop of the game and makes them pay with a transition 3.
Oweh can't get the runner to go off. What a run. Oweh bringing it ahead, crossing, going to his right, now left, gets into the lane, lays it up, blocked by Jarin Stevenson, out of bounds, and possession will stay with Kentucky. That one did everything but go in. Rattled out twice, and Kentucky will run, but Stevenson gets the steal. Direction, Phylon giving it off to Nelson. A dribble to his right, a kick to Sears, corner. Oh, that was so pretty. Amori with the basketball now. Pivots, needs help. Fires a pass over to Stevenson, driving baseline. Gets to the rim, stops. Shot, got it to go. Man, he is getting better and better every game out. On the left wing, dishing. Stevenson, catch and shoot 3. Can't answer, but fights for his own miss. Keeps it alive. A scramble on the deck. Butler gets tied up in a great hustling play by Clifford Amori. It's not going to save the possession, but the arrow flips to Alabama on the next tie-up. Knocked to the deck, no whistle. Here come the Cats the other way on the drive. The runner is up, no good. Rebounded by Amori.
Tennessee, and not far off his average. He's been consistent this season.
Stevenson on the drive, getting into the lane, posting up on the smaller defender, muscles it in and gets the friendly roll. Stevenson ties it to a piece 50 seconds into this one. They get credit, but still altered the shot. Bama running the other way. Sears to Stevenson. Steps into a wing three and knocks it home.
Taking the ball to the basket. Not able to finish on the last possession, but no hesitation from three.
Hogard stepping through, blocked by Amori, claimed by Stevenson. And with 8-12 and moving in the first half, 26-18 our score. Let me update you, 28-18. Holloway, a nice pass ahead to Stevenson, who slams it in for two. Edwards working off of a screen, getting into the lane. Stops, spins, needs help, fires it way outside Hogard. Hogard now working against Stevenson, getting to the rim, off the window too strong. Couple of made free throws. 49-33, Bam with the ball in the lead. Stevenson, strong drive inside. Stops, leans in, shoots and scores over the defender, and the Tide gets the lead back up. And Vandy will run to the other end. Shot is up, missed by Edwards. Ball saved, though, by Stevenson. It's deflected and stolen by Sears.
The frustration on the Alabama side.
Huffman with the basketball, working against Sears. By the way, Bama's made a change. You got Diabate in for Nelson as the Doors work it up top. Magnon, they really want to get into the hands of Nickel. Magnon, though, will drive in, misses the layup. Rebound saved by Stevenson. Play on the far wing. Hesitates, goes downhill, kicks it in the right corner. Youngblood again, can't get it to go. Stevenson up high, almost got the tip followed, but got fouled here at Coleman Coliseum. And again, the bulk of those misses have come since intermission as Stevenson gets one of two.
Now, Tigers with a basketball left of the circle. On the drive is Bailey. Cut off, lost it. Scramble on the deck. Stevenson had it. Now Nelson takes it away. Drive in, then work it to the outside. Collins for three, no good. Rebounded by Sears. Bama ripping and running. Mark weaving downhill. Mark going to the rim, kicking into the corner. Stevenson, three.
Mark Sears once again setting up open teammates. Thought he had a chance to finish at the rim. Kicks it out to a wide open Jarin Stevenson in the corner.
To our left. 7.5 to go before intermission. Bama with the ball up by two. Stevenson on the left wing. Youngblood fighting free, putting up a three and knocking it home. And man, if I could shoot it like that, I'd fight to get open too. Oh, leaner and got it to go off the window with a lot of English. Bama runs the other way in a hurry. Stevenson on the drive. Spins away from a defender. Out to Phylon. Open three.
Great job by Jarin Stevenson. Took his time. Got it in the post. The defense converged. LeBaron Phylon all by himself at the top of the key. Able to step into it and knock it down.
Years for the Tigers. Sears with the dribble to the right side. Goes down the lane. Throws a pass into the chest of a Bama player. Deflected. Stolen by Diabate. Braden Holloway now with 13 points, and Bama leads it 52-50, and then the defense on the other end from Jarin Stevenson forcing an LSU turnover.
Tornadoes, and Chris, when you visit with him as well, but right now it's about getting it done the last 7:45 of this game.
Up 7, but it inbounded to Carter. Corner three, no good. Rebound tipped and controlled by Nelson. Grant has it. It'd be nice to have about a 6-0 run right here and get this thing double digits. Holloway for three, can't get it to go. Rebound snatched out of the air by LSU, and the Tigers will come the other way.
That's a great look by Aiden Holloway, just not able to knock it down.
Williams thought about it, gives it off to Carter. He weaves through traffic, puts up the reverse layup, no.
With a leg injury, LeBaron Phylon not 100% with an ankle, but Alabama trying to battle here against an LSU team that is playing well here on the road.
Fountain in the left corner, lost it on the way in, got away with a carry. Now the Tigers will work it, floater up, no good, and the rebound is going to be on LSU, or the foul, excuse me, is going to be on LSU as Stevenson, right corner three, in and out, no good. Rebound by Cliff, back to Stevenson, around to Aiden, going left side, got held, no whistle, goes right, goes left. Goes inside the paint, puts up the runner, no. Rebound tipped again, batted in the hands of Stevenson, who got hit across the face. Amori won't get the rebound, but he kept getting fingertips on it until a teammate could.
We've seen more fight from this Alabama team on the glass on both ends of the floor, and that's a great example. We've seen Mo Diabate do that throughout this season, and that's just keep balls alive. Even if you can't get to them, tip it to a teammate. This time, Cliff Amori tips it to Jarin Stevenson.
Lane dumps it off. Ball lost on the way in, but it went off the chest of Stevenson, but it hit an LSU player. Keeps it out high now. Dribble still alive, plays off the screen from Nelson to Stevenson. Driving to the baseline, cut off. Finds Youngblood. Touch pass, Sears. Three, bottom. Oh, what an assist, Chris Youngblood. And Mark, the huge bank first three. Sears front court, working against the defender. Demery hands it to Nelson. Grant driving to the elbow, kicks it. Stevenson, corner, three, bottom. Glad to see that go through. The bank first three-pointer for Jarin Stevenson to get him a good start and put Bama on top 4-0.
No hesitation by Jarin Stevenson in the corner, and you could see how much that made shot meant to him. He was pumped up.
It's got it into the hands of Nelson, 15 to shoot.
Just look at the defensive pressure from Georgia.
And Stevenson draws a foul on the cut. For a bounce back today after going 0 for 5 with only 1 rebound against Mississippi State. He's given them good minutes in the first half.
And that's a plus for Alabama to get some point production of Jarin Stevenson. He does a lot of really good things on the defensive end, and he's a ball mover on the offensive side. But the point production will be very important from him at that 4 position.
Of the top freshmen in the SEC going at it, that was a big-time move by Asa Newell.
Stevenson, near side, three, bottom. Good to see Jarin get another one to go. His second bank first three of the ball game. He's now got 8 points to go with a couple of rebounds in 14 minutes of action. And with the Crimson Tide, a comfortable 88-64 lead with 95 seconds to go. Dogs drive in. Stevenson blocks the layup attempt. Scramble on the deck. Coming out with it will be the Hogs. They'll drive in the lane. They'll put it up. Layup miss. Scrambling for the loose ball. It's grabbed again by the Hogs. Blocked shot by Stevenson. Again, there's a scramble, and a foul's going to be called.
Back with 16 on the shot clock.
Trevin Brazil checks out of the game. Quick inbounds goes to Nelson. The catch and the layup on the feed from Jarin Stevenson. And out at the break. Here comes Sears to Nelson. Driving down the lane. Fires it inside Stevenson. Reverse layup. No, but he's fouled.
A hot Arkansas team on the road. Not easy to do.
Stevenson's first free throw hits a lot of iron, but works its way through the net. Second free throw upcoming for Stevenson, and that one is good as well. Down another three. 7-2 Croatian gets it to go, and with 7.5 to play in the first half, Bama's lead is down to 2. Tide drives in, lost it, got it back. Laying it in was Mo.
Off the glass and in.
Grant with 8 as Bama leads it now 42-36. They throw the lob to the 7-2 big man. It was too high for him. Somehow stayed in the building, off the glass, into the hands of Bama. Stevenson driving the other way for the Tide. Gets to the block, spinning left, spinning right, spinning again, shooting. It's good, and he's fouled. Jarin Stevenson, a chance for the and one. From the charity stripe, Arkansas 4 of 4. Neither team was in the bonus in the first half. Driving is Wagner, puts it up, had it blocked by Nelson, picked up by Stevenson, flips it to Grant, who will now bring it front court. Nelson working on the left sideline, takes it to the corner, picks it up, fires a pass to Sears. Mark on the drive, wraparound pass to Amori. He slams it home, and Alabama has its biggest lead, or matches it, at 10 points. 46-36 is our score with 17:54 to go, and time tipped out, saved by the Hogs. Into the corner they go to Knox. He puts it up, no good. Scramble, loose ball, and a foul called on Arkansas.
Baron Filan able to finish through contact.
Davis circles away from trouble, throws it away. Rolled by the Longhorns. They've got it front court to our left. They work to Shedrick, driving right at Grant Nelson. Missed the layup as Nelson challenged him well. There's a scramble for a loose ball, and it's picked up by Stevenson for Alabama. Flips it ahead to Youngblood. The wing. He'll drive inside the arc, gives it to Stevenson in the corner. Jarin trying to back his way down, gets into the paint, pump fake, step through, leader is up and good, and Jarin Stevenson, the first points of the game as he is able to score.
You got to take care of the ball. Cliff Amori with 2 turnovers, just not as strong with it as he needs to be.
Inbounds goes to Sears in the right corner. Mark trying to drive in baseline against Larry, gets stopped. Now he'll step over to Diabate, giving it off Stevenson. Near 3, bottom. Stevenson being hounded, giving it Off to Aiden Sherrill, who's checked into the ball game. Phylon on the drive, goes off the window. No, a lot of contact there. Stevenson rebounding the miss, though, for Alabama, as he will bring the ball to the wing, shoots a three before the shot clock expired. It was caught by Youngblood after it grazed the iron. He lays it in for two. And
Nate Oates, the assist. Jarin Stevenson didn't realize that the shot clock was coming down. The head coach screaming at him. He got it up.
Mack put it up, blocked by Stevenson. Out high with the basketball is Larry. Gives it near side to Mack. Driving against Sears. Drives underneath the basket. Throws the ball away. Scramble for the loose ball. It's still a scramble on the deck. And a tie-up is going to be called. And the arrow is going to favor Alabama.
Great effort by several Alabama players. Jarin Stevenson, first guy on the floor. He and Chris Youngblood, Mo Diabate. 3 Alabama players on the floor, just 1 for Texas.
Alabama with the lead. Here comes Texas the other way. They'll try a three and miss it. Rebounded by Holloway. Aiden running the other way. Circles away from traffic. Plays off of a screen from Stevenson. Pivots, gives it to Jarin. He'll drive down the lane. Got bumped.
Kind of hung around in the backcourt. Got the steal.
Unfortunately, try upcoming. And that one is good as well. A 5-point trip. Larry will fire it in the corner to Mack. He'll drive into the lane. Runner off the window, no good. Scramble for the loose ball. And again, Kent takes it away for the Horns. Johnson onto the right wing. Will feed it off. No look pass inside to Larry. Shot is up. Got it back. Threw it down, but it's a shot clock violation. And gives it off to Sears. Driving down the lane. Kicks it onto the wing to Mo. He'll stop. A bounce pass to Stevenson at 4 on the shot clock. Jarin, tough work inside. Got it to go off the window. And Jarin Stevenson with a bucket. Now leads Bama with 9. And with 5:25 to play in the half, Alabama leads it 31-22.
The strength and aggressiveness of Jarin Stevenson. He is taking it strong to the basket, getting to the line, and this time finishing off the glass.
And team foul number 7 on Alabama. It'll be 2 shots upcoming for the Horns as Grant gets called for the personal play. Horns with the basketball. They launch a 3. That one rolls off the rim, no good. Rebound tipped out, fault 4, and Sears comes out with it. Mark bringing it in transition. Goes down the lane, lays it up with the left hand and got it to go.
And then you see the replay from the other angle and you realize there wasn't contact up high.
Right. So Bama basketball. Stevenson in the corner. Left alone for 3. He hits another one. Alabama now 8 of 13 from bank first 3-point range. And the Tide busts this one open now 56-34. Horns trying to make a little run here. They were down 18 at the half. Here's Stevenson with it. Driving in. Had his shot attempt blocked. And he is fouled on the play, and he hit the deck hard. He hit his lower back. And Jarin's first free throw rattles around and then settles through the net.
5% in the first half, continuing to shoot it well here in the second.
Second free throw good as well. Johnson being guarded by Diabate. Johnson trying to break him down, trying to back his way down, stopping, spinning, giving it up to Terry. Terry slipped, threw it away. Phylon with a steal. LeBaron with one man to beat. He does so and throws it down. 12 feet, cutting the Bama lead to 20. Once again, 77-57. Sears looking outside. Three-pointer up and good. And Jarin Stevenson's feeling it tonight. He's got 17, and Alabama leads it by a score of 80-57.
Boy, the confidence that Alabama's playing with.
Sears working against the defender. Mack goes to his right, lost the handle, but thankfully goes right. Jarin Stevenson who threw it down.
And that'll tie Jarin Stevenson's career high. He's got 19 points, a strong finish. He's been aggressive, taking it to the basket, and that one was as aggressive as any of them. Needs to put a little more on it or get that above the defense. Had Aiden Sherrill who was running the floor.
Sherrill with it, giving it out. Stevenson, another 3, another make. And Jarin knocks it down. Wow, what a ball game he has had.
And that is a career high now, 22 points.
Timeout, regardless. 16:05 we know is left in the half as the Tigers drive in. They lose it on the way up. Ball out of bounds. Possession belongs to the Crimson Tide, who will hand it off to Kelly for 3. It's no good. Rebounded by Amori. Cliff keeping Janai off the glass, and here's Holloway the other way for Bama. Aiden Holloway made a three a moment ago, now gives it off Nelson. Fakes a three, driving, dishing. Stevenson, three ball. 2 for 2. 2 in a row for Alabama from bank first. 3-point range.
Great job by Grant Nelson. Had an open three. He pump faked, drove the lane. The defense took one step toward him. That's why Jarin Stevenson was open. And he can carry the ball. 2 turnovers for each team.
Holloway throws it to Nelson, facing Broom at the top of the arc. Nelson looking, hands it off Youngblood. Top of the arc three, that's no good. Rebound.
Well, one of his best games he's had in a long time in Austin. That's a shot he made early in the season, the floater, and knocks that one down.
Baker Mazar from the baseline.
Has not.
Amori to Stevenson. He'll drive to his right. He'll get to the rim. He'll go with the reverse layup and got it to go around Janai Broom. Got a quick shot from about 6 feet and got it to go. Sears running the other way, giving it off. Stevenson in the paint, gets himself settled, lays it in for 2. 5 to go. Tigers go to Broom. Now back to Jones. Wild shot, no good. Rebound fought for, claimed by Nelson. And now we got a foul and a player down.
Mark Mitchell, very productive 5-man. Took some contact. Mitchell couldn't shut it down. This is Perkins. He draws the foul. 3 at exceptionally high rates. Missouri makes about 9 a game. Alabama 10. Grill, another. Offline that time.
Good defense by Stevenson. He stayed on his backside. You got to chase shooters. Great shooter, as it the freedom to shoot it. And both of these offenses, because they like to push, and your first open look, coaches want you to take, makes you a much better shooter. Good defense.
Bates, wild layup. Grill is a very good rebounding game. So any deficit, perhaps not safe, just based on the way both of these teams perform on the offensive end.
And so far, you talk about possessions. Alabama's got 6 turnovers. Not the way you want to play. Out. Because the ability of what Missouri's done by making 3.
Right.
And so anybody here stayed with it, finish the play.
Crowd's back. Sears to an open Phylon, sets the feet. Stevenson backside rebound. Back.
If you don't double it, he's a bucket getter.
29 for Mitchell. Stevenson cashes in from the corner. What do they do here? Phylon lost the handle. So did Bates. Stevenson on it. Sears cashes in.
He was going to shoot the floater or throw it to Cliff Amore. He ends up missing the floater. Great hustle from Grant Nelson. Just unfortunately gets called for the foul.
Cats throw it into the low post to Carr. Spinning to his right. Wraparound pass deflected. Taken away. Stevenson now to Clifford, over to Phylon, who's checked back in. LeBaron playing off of a screen, flips it to Youngblood, driving to the block, puts it up with the offhand and got it to go. Great, one of the best in the country, but it wouldn't stay down. Bama remains down by 6. Williams with the basketball. Backdoor look, driving in. Perry got hacked, no whistle, will take it. Here comes the tie the other way. Phylon to drive, the lob, and Cliff the finish. Timeout Kentucky as Alabama has pulled to within 4.
What a pass by LeBaron Phylon. It was a 2-on-1, made the defense commit.
And we'll have the ball when we come back. Well, Jarin Stevenson at the strike. Front end of a 1-and-1, up and good. Second year in college, hits them both. Back out to Brea. Brea between the circles. Goes to his right off of a screen. Stops, goes left, gets into the paint. Stops, bounce pass, deflected by Youngblood. Scramble, loose ball, picked up by Brea. Gives it over. 3-ball, Perry, it's a brick. Rebounded Bama. Here comes the Tide looking to regain the lead. Stevenson on the left wing with a dribble. Still has it, goes between the legs, goes down the lane, goes to the rack, and Bama has taken the lead. To Brea, drives baseline, cut off, steps back, deep contested jumper, no good. Rebound tipped into the hands of Sears. Here's the Tide front court with a 6-point lead. Sears to the top of the arc, over to Stevenson. Catch and shoot 3, no good. Rebound tipped, and a foul's going to be whistled on Kentucky. Perry giving it off to Williams, top of the key. Dribbles to his left, pivots and hands it off to Brea. Brea trying to step back, can't get free from Stevenson. Feeds it off to Williams at the elbow. Trying to back his way down against Diabate. Kicks it into the corner to Perry. Back to Williams. Williams with 8 to shoot. Fires it back up top. Brea 5, Brea 4, Brea 3, Brea 2 to Williams at 1. A desperation heave, it's an air ball, and the shot clock violation forced by the Alabama defense. Bama gets it front court with Philon. Working inside the paint, puts it up, too strong off the window, and the rebound claimed by Kentucky and Andrew Carr. He'll hurry the other way. He'll go all the way to the rim, hands it off to Williams, or tried to, deflect it out of bounds. No, they say it was Carr who ran out of real estate before.
Offensively, take care of the ball. 4 turnovers here in the second half.
Bama inbounds it. Holloway, 3, bottom. Nice play out of the timeout. Have to work for it. Philon the other way for Bama. On the wing, driving to the bucket, stopping, looking, bounce pass to Sherrill. Now to Sears. March to Sherrill. Goes to the corner. Now to Youngblood for 3 again. Oh! Again. He's heating up. Chris Youngblood gives Bama its biggest lead at 83-74. 32 to go.
From Aiden Sherrill. And Jarin Stevenson gets called for the foul. Not a lot of contact on that over-the-back call.
Nwoko with the basketball, looking for Delquan Warren. The guard couldn't get it to him. Pivots, couldn't get it to another teammate. Now finally feeds it off near side to Murphy, trying to back his way down on good luck with that. He'll feed it over on the right side to Nwoko. Baseline jump hook, no good. Sherrill, good defense, gets the rebound, gives it off to Holloway. Here comes Philon front court for Alabama with 9:17 and ticking time left. First half here at Coleman Coliseum. Philon on the drive, stopping, circling, back out to Sears, to Cliff, back to Mark. Mark spins off the screen, gets into the paint, stops, gets mugged, bounce pass into the corner, goes to Stevenson. Jarin fires one to Philon, all alone, 3. Knocked it down, another bank first 3, their 5th on 9 tries. Here's Hubbard front court for the Tide, flips it over for the Dogs, excuse me. They'll drive in, nearly thrown away. It was deflected, but by a state player.
Catch that and finish. It's 6'11", showing you the athleticism.
Hubbard misses the runner, rebounded Stevenson. Bama ripping and running between the circles. Holloway looking low, nothing there. Has it, feeds it near side. Stevenson for 3. So everybody else is having fun. Why don't I try it? Another bank first 3 for Alabama. Working away from traffic to Kugel, top of the arc for 3, no good. Rebound claimed by Sherrill. He'll hand it off to Philon, who brings it front court. Bama 68, State 38. Philon on the drive for the Tide. Kicks it in the corner. Stevenson, another 3, another make. Philon to Mark, let it go, baby. Too strong there. And the rebound's tip, fault force, gets to Nelson, hands it off to Sears. Mark driving down the lane, whips a pass into the corner. Stevenson another 3, and he's made 3 in a row.
I mean, as he grabbed Lanier on the walk by.
Tell you one thing, in a Kentucky game we had with Alabama, he stepped up defensively.
No doubt he did.
He really played, I thought, defense and offense in that game efficiently.
There's their 4th turnover. Diabate, no. Stone, Dubar with Stevenson, who lost him in an easy layup.
Isolation basketball play call for Nate Oates off that out-of-bounds under, and a very simple play call.
Stevenson, too strong. Alabama, Sears is open. They find him. And he gets the friendly roll on the road.
Ravi, Alabama is getting 50% of their misses on the year.
They're going to call a foul on Tennessee.
700 over capacity, 22,392. You can't hear yourself thinking here right now.
Sears, that's a good kick. And the 3 finds the bottom, another assist to Stevenson. There's 7 on the clock. Ziegler dribbled right into a near turnover, throws it up. And that does not draw the iron. Here comes Alabama.
He tried to split the defense.
Philon finds Omori. No call on Meshack. Stevenson in traffic. Nowhere to go. 5 on the shot clock.
Sears is going to fire it. Oh, what a shot!
Talk about money. Talk about a superstar coming up big in an environment away from home.
Right now, Florida's been able to beat Alabama off the dribble, make 2-play-1. They played out of it really effectively.
Sears attacking, kicks it out. Stevenson underneath, the slam by Aiden Sherrill.
What a beautiful cut by Jarin Stevenson right behind Mark Sears when he picked up his dribble.
Over 3-on-1 Florida. Richard with the lob was an errant pass and another Gator turnover in transition. 3 giveaways already by Florida. A foul called on the dunk attempt. Show a #1 seed could be on the
team in that timeout.
And Molly, he told us at shoot around today, it's not just the bigs, the guards we've got to worry about crashing the glass. As Sears put festivities post-game along with Mark Sears, Martin, and the baseline cut off by Sherrill. Good defense. Houck with a good look, can't hit the 3.
Florida in fast break points in this game.
They really have everything. Got a deep team as well. Battle tested. They've had some big wins on the road this year and trying to get another one. Up 12. Nelson spinning and scoring. Much needed defensive rebound by Diabate. What a wild shot by Youngblood. Wouldn't fall. The tip won't go either. Another chance. Bodies hit the floor. And this is going to go to Florida on the possession arrow.
But home game here. They wound up losing their first game in the SEC tournament, and then they went to the Final Four. I mean, I think for a lot of these teams, they're going to feel better when they get out of SEC play and play somebody else.
And Florida's defense has been very good in this game. They got to go quickly. Wide open 3 is good for Stevenson.
Alabama has matched the intensity early. That is for certain. On both ends of the floor. Can you sustain it for 40? Inside, Baker's possession goes back to the Tigers.
Yeah, Mo Diabate, a little frustrated right there. Not sure if it's with himself or a teammate. Either way, Alabama's 3rd turnover.
10-6, Bama with the lead. Auburn with the ball. They throw it back door, and they lose it on the way up. Out of bounds. Possession will go to the Crimson Tide. And
Auburn will be shooting free throws the rest of the way.
Inside to Broom again. Shoots short over Sherrill, who grabs the rebound out of the air and gives it to Nelson, and now flips it to Sears. Bama up 6 with the ball. 13-13 to go in the half. Ball thrown out to Sherrill, top of the arc. Aiden will go to his right. He'll look low, nothing there. He will hand it back now to Stevenson. Jarin on the drive to the rim, and he lays it in. Tigers will push it. Here's Pettiford with it against Sears. Rises, fires again. Misses badly on the attempt. Rebound fought for. Controlled by Auburn. Back to Pettiford, who gets into the lane. Floater with the right hand, rolls off. Rebound batted around, picked up by Bama. Phylon to inbound it with Cardwell trying to make it difficult for him. LeBaron looking, a bounce pass goes inside to Holloway, who brings it out top of the key. Working against the defender, Pettiford. Holloway will go left, goes to the wing, picks up the dribble, gives it off Stevenson. Fakes a 3, drives into the lane. Got held, no whistle. Now a shot that went up and almost went in as literally Howard landed on his back. An unbelievable effort just to get that shot up off the window by Jarin Stevenson.
Fake, got his man in the air, took a lot of contact, and smartly threw it up at the basket. It's why he's at the line for 2.
And Bama's 2 within 1, 56-55. Inside, Tigers work. It's stolen by Stevenson after he blocked the shot. Roster, but Grant Nelson only 1 point in the second half after having 15 in the first. Tigers, a deep 3. Kelly wide left on that attempt. 5:50 remaining. Here's Bama the other way. Phylon working off the screen, a double screen, has it top of the arc, drives to the elbow, goes to the lower block, throws it out, and throws it away. Stevenson, though, took it back into Phylon, who lays it in.
Off the glass and in, beautiful move.
Sears open late, now Kentucky with a turnover. Bama with it, Phylon on the drive, left-handed layup is good. The steal from Stevenson, the layup from Phylon, and Bama leads it by 5. Also, Aiden Holloway on the floor. They get it to Stevenson, drives in, lays it up, and got it to go, and he is fouled.
My goodness, what a play by Jarin Stevenson. Attacked the basket. Didn't look like he was going to even be able to get it off, but not only did he get it off, got it off the backboard and in. Carr with the foul and a chance for a 3-point play. Alabama hasn't done anything from deep.
Who tries to convert the and one, and he does. And Alabama Garrison dribbling to his left, feeds it off to Owe. Owe into the paint. Teardrop is up. He misses that one. Rebounded by Stevenson, and Jarin will push it ahead. Gives it off Phylon to the rack. Lays it up. Wouldn't go, but got fouled. Flips it back outside to Owe. Stevenson guarding him. Owe, a bounce pass. It goes off the leg of a teammate. Bama running the other way with Phylon. Spinning in the lane. Up and good. And he is fouled.
What a play by LeBaron Phylon. Alabama once again. Defense into offense. Gets the steal, and LeBaron Phylon doesn't try to throw it down. Takes the contact and gets the friendly roll. A chance for a big three-point play after the break.
Lead down to 5 as Nelson comes front court. Nelson directing traffic. Gives it off to Sherrill. Aiden handing it off to Sears. Sears will fire it back. Stevenson, right side three. And the first three of the game for Bama comes from Jarin Stevenson. Holloway with it, out high, working against Perry. Playing off of the screen, goes left, fires it back to Sears. Catching deep three, halfway down, no. Long rebound, saved by Sherrill, and then popped out of bounds by Kentucky.
Turnovers, Alabama's converted. 15-2 advantage in points off turnovers for Alabama.
Here's Stevenson driving to the rim, puts it up, got it to go. Boy, he muscled his way there into the front court for Alabama. Sears to the top of the arc. Sears out to Jarin for three. Short, long rebound, tipped, saved. Stevenson took it away from Amore. Now Youngblood, deep three, short. Traffic gets to the elbow. Cats can identify the mismatch with Garrison on Sears. Now Bama will switch as Owe drives in, lays it up. Shot blocked, I believe, by Stevenson, and Bama comes the other way. Here's Mark with it, hesitates, going down the lane, throws it up left hand, yes! What a move by Mark Sears! Bama front court. Driving, Phylon into the paint, stopping, kicking it back out to Darion, who hands it off to Holloway. Bounce pass to Darion. He's in the paint. He will spin to his right. Jump hook, had it stripped. He'll tip it into the hands of Stevenson. Jarin working. Down to Nelson. Thought about a three. To Jarin. He lets it fly. Bottom left. Phylon with it. Goes to his left, goes left to the lane, stops, kicks it out to Reed. Darion in the paint, stops, spins, kicks it near side. Stevenson three, and he hit another one. Another bank first three for Jarin Stevenson, his third of the night.
Able to play with so much time off.
Hart for three, couldn't get that one to drop. Rebound tipped into the hands of Stevenson. He'll throw it home.
Urban Klapjar can come in and shoot it.
Holloway, an Auburn Tiger a year ago. And the open three will go down for Stevenson, an incredibly talented young man, a sophomore from Chapel Hill who's made 19 starts this year for Alabama.
He's on a heater. He had 16 against Kentucky, 3 of 5 from 3 last night.
Atlantic, and it may be the best trio in the country.
Yeah, you think you got Walter Clayton Jr. bottled up. He makes a dribble move, uses a screen. What a play by Stevenson. He is on a heater right now.
Sensational drive by Jarin Stevenson. And a three-point play for Stevenson.
Almost 2 per game. That's top 10 in the Southeastern Conference. His steals come off the ball while Elijah Martin's usually come on the ball. 2 really good steals guys.
Condon switches on to Sears. Stevenson in the corner knocks down the three.
He is.
Hanlongton has taken the place of Condon right now. Aberdeen at the point, defended by Holloway. Richard lost it. Stevenson ahead to Diabate, who lays it in.
Nice job by Diabate to put the brakes on and let Aberdeen fly by. One go through the basket.
Phylon.
Good help by Condon.
Chris Youngblood with his second three of the game. Youngblood underneath the basket. Somehow found room. Condon steps out to help out. Now needs some help. The cut by Richard. The pass deflected. Stolen by Stevenson.
Youngblood fortunate. He had his arm wrapped around Condon.
Youngblood a miss. Weak side rebound. Stevenson. And a foul.
But they seem to take great pleasure in watching each other have success.
Out the turnaround, and Stevenson has it
9%, 8 of 27 for the top.
Calling for a screen, slipped by Sears, who gets it on the right wing. Now in the corner, Stevenson driving, cut off on the block, tips it off to Cliff, had his dunk attempt blocked, but they say there's a foul.
Great to see Jarin Stevenson back on the Alabama bench and checking back into the game. Has the left wrist pretty heavily bandaged, but we didn't know if we were going to see him the rest of this game or the rest of the tournament as hard as he fell. Great news to have Jarin back in this one.
But back into the hands of Dickerson, who will bring it away from traffic. Has it on the near side, feeds it out to Smith. 4 to shoot, 3 to shoot, 2 to shoot. Blocked by Jarin, taken away by Youngblood into the corner. Fulgaris for 3, short. Rebounded Stevenson. Jarin flips it ahead. Youngblood in transition. Gets into the paint, lost the handle. Scramble on the deck, and it's knocked away. Another scramble. Again, Jarin's on the floor. Ball still alive. A tie-up is finally going to be called as the scrum definitely ensued, and possession will belong to Bama when we come back. Jarin holding that left wrist, smile. Far wing to Woods, driving against Phylon, gets into the lane, runner is up, no good. Rebound fought for, scramble, tie-up, and the ball is going to favor Alabama. Sears coming the other way for Bama, the Tide leading it by 4. Inside, Stevenson, and Jarin throws it home with the right hand. Down the lane, fires it over to Youngblood. Ball been stolen away by Omajafo. He'll go in, he'll have it stripped. A great play initially on the part of Stevenson, but the 1 of 3 from beyond the arc. They throw it down low, and then LeBaron Phylon. Mark's got the basketball out high, playing off the screen. Gives it off to Jarin, throws a lob, and Darion throws it home. Possessions, thankfully, here in Cleveland. Driving, Morauskas, little baseline leader, wouldn't go. Rebound fought for and batted into the air, and Cliff up above everybody, able to save it for the Tide. Now the outlet pass to Mark, who drives it front court, gets downhill, tough leaner up and off the window for 2 more. Hobbling as he runs the other end of the floor. Sears, 3, too strong. Rebound tip, fought for, scramble, and a tie-up is going to be called. The arrow is going to favor St. Mary's. Shot clock now as Marshallonis will work the dribble against Phylon, brings it to the near wing, doesn't have an advantage, will fire it back outside at 6. Driving down the lane, Barrett, tough layup at 2, no good. Unbelievable, he's out of the game. Phylon trying to play keep away, gives it off to Sherrell. 6 to shoot. Sherrell to Stevenson at 4. At 3, Aiden to the rack for the layup and 2 more. Mate on the drive. The kick to Stevenson. Fakes the 3, drives, had it stripped away. A scramble on the deck. Stevenson somehow got it back, still scrambling. A whistle and a tie-up is going to be called, and the arrow will favor Alabama. 23 seconds remaining in the opening half here in Newark. Stevenson trying to get it in, beats the count to Diabate. He'll dribble away from trouble, he'll get into the paint, he'll kick it out to Sherrell. Dead on, 3, bottom. Couple of Aidens have made 3. Sherrell hits that bank first 3. Bama 4 of 7 now. Up and running, here's Mark front court. Sears kicks it over left side to Mo. In the corner, Stevenson thought about it, gives it off to Mark. He'll step into one. Bottom. Mark Christopher Sears knocks home another, and the Crimson Tide with 13:48 to go first half leads it by 4. Boy, back-to-back looks from Bama on that same spot that were dead on, just too strong. Now Baker on the drive, spins to fall and shot, no good. Rebounded by Sherrell, hands it off to Mark, and will try to add to a 1-point lead with 11:18 to go in the first half. Sears over to Stevenson, kicks it in the corner. Holloway 3, yes sir.
What a great job by Jarin Stevenson attacking the paint.
14:40 to go. They've cut it in half. It was at 16. Now Holloway on the drive. Looks, Stevenson in the corner. Thought about a 3. We'll give it back to Holloway. Aiden wanted to pull the trigger. Does. Bottom. Aiden Holloway. A huge bank first 3. Out long. Baker able to save it. Kicks it into the corner. Stewart hands it off. Traore spinning. Looking. Kicks it out to Dimon. He'll shoot a 3. Brick. Rebound. Holloway's. I'm fine with it. Holloway working away from a double team to Stevenson. Y'all give it back to Aiden. He'll drive in. Will Jarin. He'll lay it in for 2.
To his freshman running back down the floor. Back-to-back threes. Makes it a 4-point Duke lead. Duke has Caleb Foster on the floor for the first time, running with the 4 starters. And here is Flag. Feels like he can get whatever he wants. Misses again, and it's taken away